Angry guy here, and women are furious men won't marry them anymore and are becoming passport bros instead. Women are furious men won't marry anymore and are becoming passport bros instead. I mean, what did they really expect? This is something that they pretty much brought onto themselves. But we're watching the breakdown, so let's jump into it.
Went just for a quick Chick-fil-A lunch, and I had to get some grocery shopping done, and he came with me to get some groceries. And when we got up to pay, he wanted to pay for. Why am I crying? He wanted to pay for the groceries for my family, and I didn't let him. And then we got to the car, and he told me to get in the car, and he would put all the groceries away, and I didn't let him. I needed to help, right? And then he was like, "I'll put the cart away," and it's like, "No, I got it." I didn't let him. I'm not. I'm not used to someone loving me this way, treating me this way.
Sis has a jaw like an anvil. She probably opens the door on dates too. I mean, why is she acting like his older brother? Does she want to take bro to the gym? How have these men been treating her? Guys, I'm actually mad curious. Did they take her?
I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of this is the I don't need no man. First off, this man shouldn't have been paying for her groceries. There's some guys out there that use this as a tactic, like they try to show a woman like I'll take care of you. Like I'll buy you groceries, I'll fill up your tank with gas. Like this is something I've heard. I literally saw a video where this guy talked about using this as a tactic. Like he'll take a girl woman shopping and he'll pay for her groceries. Then he'll take her. This is how like he'll roll on a date. Like he'll go and pick up like take her. The first they'll go out to eat. Then he'll take her shopping and have her go shop for groceries. And he'll pay for her groceries. Then he'll take her. Then he'll take her. Then he'll tell her like like again to like fill up the tank of her car, you know, all kinds of stuff. And he'll just basically move her from one place to another place to another place, and by the end, he's built up so much pizzazz with her, or so much pull with her, that it's only natural that she's gonna give him the butt. But guys, you're not supposed to be doing all this to get the butt. All right, like when you go overseas, the women overseas, the butt the butt is just a part of the package. These women are going to cook for you, they're going to clean for you, they're going to do a lot of things for you, and you're not buying you're not filling up their pantry, you're not doing all this nonsense. Like buy them a bag of chips, buy them a Happy Meal or something, but you're not going around paying their bills for them. You're not around. I'm just being serious. Like you don't do this nonsense. And the thing is, like this woman though, like she was really taking it to the next level. Though, for example, he wants to put the card away. She's telling him, "No, don't put the card away from me." It's like she's being just. I don't know what's wrong with these women. I'm just being very honest. Like it's like men cannot do anything, no matter what a man tries to do. These women just completely block them, and they wonder why good men just walk away. And then we have this lovely lady right here.
From a wedding, and it was a beautiful wedding, gorgeous. The couple, beautiful, love them. Wish nothing but happiness for them. But weddings, I'm happy. I'm so happy for them, but they make me so sad. Like in the moment, I'm really happy and like I'm having a good time. I'm like hanging out with the people that I love. But weddings make me really sad. I guess that makes me kind of selfish because I'm thinking about myself, obviously, because 29, very single, and don't even know if I'll ever get married. Because the opportunity has never been there for me in the slightest. So yeah, but it was fun.
Ooh, I couldn't.
You know what's interesting? I guarantee you, this woman has men in her DMs. If she has an Instagram, she has men in her DMs. Even her, even this woman, I will guarantee you she has men in her DMs. But the thing is, the guys that are in her DMs are men she is not attracted to. The guys that are asking her on dates, the guys that are trying to get her out. These are She is not interested in having a relationship with these guys. This is a woman that believes that she is very high value. She believes she's a 10, and she believes like Lizzo, she deserves the best. All right, Lizzo literally said in the song that she's doing whatever she wants and blah blah blah, and she's not gonna lose no weight, and she hasn't fucked Drake yet, but it's coming soon. I mean, that's what she implied. Like, I mean, this is the same shit. I guarantee you that this woman has beta male orbiters, but she didn't want any of them. She's like the opportunity never presented itself. I guarantee you she has dudes in her Instagram, but she has rejected them all because she's like these guys are not on my level, so they don't even exist. It's amazing how women operate. Like they'll literally tell you that no man ever speaks to them, no man ever approaches them, and you'll say, "So you don't have guys in your Instagram right now messaging you, asking you to go out with them?" And they'll just look at you like with a Pikachu face, like, "Huh? You don't have guys in your inbox right now on Instagram messaging you, asking you to go out on dates with you?" And they're literally, and the thing is, like, they have a Pikachu face on because they know it's literally one of those gotcha bitch moments where, you know, it's obvious that you have guys who are interested in you, even no matter what you look like. You could weigh 1,000 pounds as a woman, and you have got some dude in there that'd be more than happy to feed you until you hit 1,500. But but ultimately, they're like, no, I want somebody better than that. Like this person, I can do better. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy because even women who are heavy set, even women who have problems, it doesn't matter. They believe that they are tens and they believe that they deserve the best of the best, the creme de la creme, and they're gonna get it. And if they don't get it, they're gonna stay single. And you know, you'll say to a woman like, "Wait a minute, don't you have like?" What about all those guys that go out with you? Oh, those are my friends. Like I told y'all, I have a cousin and she used to do that whole hot girl summer shit, and she was running around for years. She's in her 40s now. She's maybe 46. She has to be at least 45. She has to be at least 5 years older than I am. And she was running around, doing with Chad and Tyrone. All right, she was running around with Chad. She was literally running around with Chads and Tyrones. She was running around with both Chad and both Tyrone. She was running around with these motherfuckers for years, for for years, and she was pretty, and she didn't. She refused to settle down, and she's the type of person that was in and out of jail, always getting drunk, DUIs. That's how these women like. That's how the hot girls are. That's how the hot girls are. All right. And I'm telling you. And she used to talk a lot of shit. And for example, like she used to like. I remember she mentioned like, like she's not seeing anyone and this and all kinds of crap. I was like, wait a minute, who's this guy? Like there was like a picture or something like there was some guy. I was like, what about this guy? And she goes, oh no, that's my little friend. She said she called him her little friend. Some of y'all remember I mentioned. She said that's my little friend. I hang around him when I don't have any money. She's not in a relationship with him, but he's her little friend that she hangs around when she doesn't have any money. Bro, bro. At one point, she was working at a bar, and at one point she was working at a bar, and she was like, my aunt. See, I have an aunt. I'll tell you all about this. I have an aunt. She told me and my brother and my friend, my parents, like over 20 years ago, man, over 20 years ago. She told me and my brother, we were teenagers. I wasn't even 18 yet. I don't know how old I was. Before the Transformers before the Transformers became a thing, she saw the writing on the wall And she said, "Listen, I'm just telling you, my nephews, before things are changing so quickly." She's in her 80s now, and she said things are changing right now, and before you go out there and you think about getting and marrying any of these women, you make sure that you check the package first. Before you put a ring on the finger, you check the package. And my parents just stood there and they just kept their mouths shut. And my mother was like laughing her ass off, thinking it was funny, but my aunt was very serious. This is she's not a baby boomer. She came from that other generation. And she's like, you check the package before you put any rings on fingers. And it's unbelievable. Mr. Rogers literally was talking about this. He was on Johnny Carson, I think it was, and he talked about the Transformers, and he was like, sometimes little boys, they start to get confused, and little girls get confused. If little boys can be mommies and little girls could be daddies, and that's why he said he has a song that only little boys grow up to be the daddy, and only little girls grow up to be the mommy. These the old people, guys, before this became so mainstream, they knew what was up back then. Don't think this is new to it's only new to us because we're suffering under this shit right now. But this has been around. This shit has been fostering for a long time. This has been fostered for a long time. This sickness in society. And and people knew about it, and it's just funny because you look at modern day society and you look at what it's become, and you realize that the writing was on the wall for a long time, that we were headed in this direction. We were headed in a terrible direction, and it was going to be women and simps that took us there. you know these women, these women, they have, my cousin, she was literally, she started dancing at one point, and my aunt said that, she saw her walking around. She knew that she was dancing, but she said she was walking around and she had two cell phones. And this was years ago. This was many, many years ago, before cell phones were dirt cheap. So like, let me put it this way: like, you used to have a phone bill. Like, it would cost you money to have a phone. It wasn't cheap. Like, you still had to pay good money to have a phone back in those days. Now you could have two cell phones very easily. Everybody has a cell phone. You can have two cell phones very easily and be a bum. But back then, it was like, we're talking about like more than 10 years ago. Like, back when, like, the iPhone first, like, around that time of period, like right around those, like, 2010, 2011, those years. Like, it was different back then. Phones were different back then. And she was walking around with two phones, and my aunt was like, she's walking around with two phones, and she knew something was wrong. She was working as an escort. And my my mother claimed that, like, she said that it's not true. She's not doing it. She's just dancing at a bar for money. And I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. I confronted her about it, and I said to her, "Listen, I know what you're doing. I know you're selling." I said, "I know you're selling pussy." And she said, "No, I'm not." I said, "Don't lie to me, all right? Because, like, we grew up together. I know you. Don't lie to me." And I swear, she literally just looked at me and she goes, "Well, I guess every girl sells pussy once in their life." Oh my god. You fuck. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Mm, mm. Because she was going around lying to everyone, and I knew her. But, like, for her to just say it the way she said it, I never spoke to her about it ever again. I just couldn't believe how this, like, it's like she just fucking gave up. Like, well, I guess every girl sells pussy once in her life. Oh my! And she looked like she was reminiscing about it, like it was something special. My feelings were hurt. I was so hurt. I was hurt. Like, bro, like we're family. How are you doing this? Like, how are you out here doing this? Like, and you have no shame about it. Like you feel like you really feel good about this, man. Like I see how you look in your eye, the look in your eye, like you feel so good about this. Like we never spoke about it ever again. I could never speak to her about it ever again because she was. It was like I don't. I, damn. It was just too. She became nostalgic over it, and I felt that was at that moment. I was like, yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna move away. Fuck that shit, guys. Modern day women, like they're busted up, and this cousin, the hot girl, like she's like 45 now, and she never had kids. She never had kids, and it's like she's living off her parents aren't baby boomers. Her parents are from the other generation, like the greatest generation or whatever. Well, her mother is a baby boomer. Her mother, I believe, is a baby boomer because she's in her 70s. Her mother is a baby boomer, but she but like I think her father was like from the other generation. But her parents are old, and she's living off their money still. She's still living off their money, and she came to nothing in this life. She literally came to nothing in this life. She just kept running wild. She kept running wild, and she has no kids, and she's still running. She's still running. That's how it is with these women. And even this chick right here on the screen, I guarantee you, she has simps in her DMs, but she doesn't want those guys. She doesn't want those guys. She wants Chad and she wants Tyra. She wants to sleep with Chad. She wants to sleep with Tyrone, and she wants a plan. And she believes that she believes that she deserves a Plan A guy, but the Plan B guys that she wants, she's not getting. All right, guys making over $100,000 a year or $1 million a year, and all those are the guys that she wants. And those are the guys she believes she deserves, and she's not getting those guys. So she's forever single. She's forever single, or not getting married, or never getting married. Because guys, I'm telling y'all right now, these women, Sims are Sims are chasing them left and right, left and right. It doesn't matter if she's 600 pounds and has one leg. A simple chase after a woman, like telling her how beautiful she is. All right, beautiful she is. She could be deaf, blind, and dumb, and he will. And a simple try will find a way to communicate. All right, that's just how the Sims are, and they will never change because it's just how they operate. Guys, what do you think about this? What do you think about the situation here where women are furious, men won't marry them anymore, and are becoming passive bros instead? I don't feel bad for them all, but I want to hear what you think. If you like the video, please go ahead and hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.